Now what do you want? Hey, about your brother. If he's in Hell's Kitchen, he's a sitting duck. UNATCO's got this place nailed down. One thing they can't stand, an agent gone AWOL. You must be JC. I heard about your brother in the NSF. Is he still in New York? UNATCO's got this place nailed down. He's dead if you don't get him out of the city. Maybe I can help you out with some hardware. I heard about your brother in the NSF. Is that what all this shooting's about? Did UNATCO raid the hotel? Tell you what, I owe Paul a favor. If he shows up, I'll give him some transportation. But for you, how about some hardware? What's going on? I heard shooting. I stay out of the coalition's business, but if you'd like some hardware. Since you helped Ford, I'll cut you a deal. I'll give you an extended clip that'll fit most handguns and rifles for 500 credits, a range weapon mod for 800, or a napalm canister that fits most flamethrowers for 750. I have an extended clip that'll fit most handguns and rifles for 1500 credits, a range weapon mod for 2400, and a napalm canister that fits most flamethrowers for 2250. This is what I've got. Deal. Sure. Just bring me the money. You know where to find me. Doesn't look like you can carry anything else right now. Tell Paul he better lay low for the next few hours. I've heard talk of a raid on the Ton. The best thing is to stay out of UNATCO's way. Don't worry. Paul can take care of himself. Guess they were bound to catch up to Paul sooner or later. You better get out of here. I don't want any trouble with UNATCO. I heard shooting. Hey, I'm on your side, but I'm not gonna take on UNATCO. Yes. Password? Too sick. Come back later. The buzzer doesn't seem to be working. You clean me out. Come back later. Maybe I can dig up something else for you. Don't let anyone see you when you slip out. Sure, something you might like. An assault shotgun and some sabot rounds. I also have some lambs. I'll give you the whole box of 5 for 3,500. Get the money and we'll talk. This ain't a thrift shop. I don't like to haggle. I'm not a bank. A guy like you, I'm sure you can get the money. Then what do I do if you get yourself shot? Smart man. You won't find a better weapon for tight quarters. Expensive, but worth the price. Tell you what. I'll throw in another one for free if you promise to frag some ATF for me. What for? It's the government, isn't it? Part of some experiment. What do you expect me to do about a freighter? You think you can scuttle a freighter with a lamb? I'll help you out. How about a rocket for a GEP gun? Usually save those for the NSF, but I'll sell it at a loss, say 2,500. You can also have a half dozen lambs for 2,400. Better buy now. I'm selling cheap only because a lot of people could die. You can always loot the ammo storage facility at the shipyard. It's free. If you don't get caught. You want to be about 30 yards back when one of these babies goes off. That's all I've got. If you need more, raid the ammo storage facility at the shipyard. I like what you're doing, but I gotta cover my costs. Scuttling a freighter's a big job. You telling me the truth about this super freighter? They're really gonna expose people to the plague? If you ask me, I bet FEMA wants to cause a national emergency and get control of the army. That's all they would need. One national emergency. Then they could get rid of the president, shut down Congress, and suspend the Constitution. Why'd you come back? UNATCO's got every cop in New York after you. So you finally wised up and joined the NSF. Good enough. You know where you stand. It's because people don't know they can pick a side that the government has so much power. Who the hell are you? I'm the smuggler. This is a private warehouse. In other words, get lost. How do I know you're not a cop? Fine. Let's talk hypothetically. Say I had a box of 5 lambs for around 3,500. Or an assault shotgun and sabot rounds. That the kind of hardware you're after? Help? I'm not in the business of helping people. You need something, speak up. I'll tell you what it costs. No tall stories, just tell me what you want. So, my pleasure. Hey, I'm starting to get nervous about this. What you're about to do is gonna turn some heads. I don't want any trouble from the authorities. What kind of operation? Thanks for the warning. Come on, let's wrap this up. You sure? Wish I could give you more. Save those for the ship. You'll need them. I wish I had more rockets for you, but the market's pretty tight these days. Yes. Password? Too sick. Come back later. The buzzer doesn't seem to be working. Remember, you've got to pay in cash. What do you want? Just precautions. Government's been having some kind of crackdown all year. People I know, they've been disappearing. Think it's a big joke? Lift up a grate in the street. They got my friend Ford Schick in a secret lab next to the sewers. These guys are pros. Definitely government funded. If you're serious about going down there and finding Ford, I'll give you a deal on some hardware. Also, you'll need this. It's the key that can open the sewer manholes. Ford? Is he all right? Dead? Ford's dead? Ford. He's alive? They must be CIA. Or maybe Freemasons. You need something? Since you helped Ford, I'll cut you a deal. I'll give you a scope that will fit most handguns and rifles for 700 credits. A bioelectric cell for 250? Or some light amplification goggles for 1125. I have a scope that will fit most handguns and rifles for 2200 credits. A bioelectric cell for 800? And some light amplification goggles for $3,500. See anything you like? Deal. Come back when you have the money. I would consider it. I could come down a bit. Hey. And thanks again for finding Ford. You'll have to drop something if you want to carry that. Well, you know where to find me. Thanks again for finding Ford. If you come back, you can use the front door. The password's Bloodshot. I don't have anything left to sell. Go away. I don't feel like making deals. I wish I'd never said anything. Maybe he'd be alive right now. Ford. Is he all right? They're the CIA. They capture people and use them for medical experiments. I'll cut you a deal on that hardware. Half off what I told you before. Did you find Ford? Dead? I can't believe it. I would have cut you a deal on that hardware, but you cleaned me out. Sorry. Ford does the best bioscience in the Northeast. They'll keep him alive as long as he's useful. Not a minute more. It's ironic. Just before they got him, Ford told me he had proof that the CIA does experiments on street people. There's not a man alive who can roll Smuggler. You want something from me, you pay for it. Punk. Nice try. Bad mistake. Have it your way. You want something, talk to me. What the hell do you think you're doing? Cute. Yes. Password? Too sick. Come back later. The buzzer doesn't seem to be working.